All right, guys, back down here again at GT's. Gonna turn some wrenches on Bruised Up staying. Just got back, as you saw in our last video, from our King of the Road event, the drag and drive we did down in Oklahoma City here a couple weekends ago. Everything went really smooth. We made it through the drive, made it through all the qualifying stuff. The car actually ran the fastest pass it's ever been, so that's awesome. But we're not gonna stop there. We've got things to do. We've got 10s, maybe even 9s to hit. So one of my upgrades I've been planning is doing the 5-lug conversion on the front of the car. We did the rear when we rebuilt the rear ends last year, got everything together, so that's already taken care of. But the fronts need some attention. We're still running all the stock box body stuff. So I've been collecting some good little parts here. Gonna be doing 5-lug with the Terminator Cobra brake setup. That's 13-inch brakes, dual piston calipers. I'm not gonna have a problem stopping. And also on the agenda, we're gonna do some rear springs in the back. We've got some good Moroso springs in there, but the car, how it's set up, just sits a little low for my liking. The slicks, if I hit any good bumps there on the return road or something, they rub pretty bad. So I'm just kind of wanting to free up a little more room, especially if we're going on our race week event here. I want to be able to sure I can put some weight in the back of here and not have to worry about the tires rubbing. So those are a couple things we're going to try and get taken care of here tonight. I'm going to start getting into it. And so yeah, we're going to start tearing into it and take you guys along for the ride. All right. Back here under the car, got the wheels off, got the caliper on hanging. Right now we're getting these turd little 4-lug rotors off. They're captured rotors, which means they have this thing called a cotter pin that was in there holding this nut on, which holds a couple bearings in here. Your bearings are actually inside the rotor. Old technology, guys. We're going to a hub design. Much better serviceability, reliability, better all around. So making some progress, get this side done, hop over to the other side, and then we'll start putting the brake parts and bits on there and go from there. All right, so I kind of want to take a second to kind of lay out and show everybody what kind of upgrade we're doing here with the brakes and front hub stuff. So this is a factory Fox body style spindle. See, there's still some grease on there. And what that does is that actually rides on the bearings that are in the rotor, and these are serviceable bearings. You see there's a lock washer. They have a little outer bearing. You flip this over, there's actually a larger bearing in here, and then there's a seal for the grease. Was good for the time. Not very service friendly if anything were to happen on the road. And these brakes are just freaking tiny. You can see the few passes I do have on it, there is a lot of heat scoring in here. The brakes have gotten hot. I've seen some passes. This is the new style. This is like an SN95 style. I had to get the earlier ones because the later ones changed the steering geometry on a Fox body suspension setup, so I had to search for 94, 95 spindles, and I got just some 94, 95 hubs, these captured bearings. It's all in one unit. You slide it on, torque the heck out of that nut, and you're ready to go. You throw your slide on rotor on there, big old brake caliper bracket, and we're good to go. So just want to take a second, people that aren't familiar with all this kind of stuff, what we got going on, or what I got going on, and just kind of the difference in why we're doing what we're doing. So get the other side on, get the fronts done, and we'll move on to the next thing. All right, got the old spindle on. Apparently I got some schmutz on my face, so at least you can tell I've been doing something or trying to do something. Got the spindle swapped out, got the new hub on, so all in one unit. Torqued that down, 250 old foot-pounds, man. I had to max out my torque wrench for sure. So got that side done. Gonna get the rotor on, caliper lined up. I'm not going to disconnect the old calipers yet until I'm ready to bleed it, so I don't get to a bunch of air in the brake lines, which just causes more headache to bleed the brakes. So I'm going to leave those connected for the time being until I get everything squared away. So we're going to continue working along here, finish that up. I'll go ahead and do the other side since you guys have seen one side, and we'll go on to the next thing. Got that bracket on. Nice Cobra logo. Might repaint them at one point. I don't know. Kind of matches the aesthetics of the car, so whatever. If it works, it works. I don't care what it looks like. So. All right, didn't take too much time. Got both sides done. Just finished up on the driver's side here. I don't think we're gonna have a problem stopping that anymore. So obviously the calipers aren't plumbed in. I don't have anybody to help today, so bleeding brakes by yourself is not fun. If you've done it, kudos to you. All right, guys, and through the power of editing, a week later, had to wait on those brake hoses because I apparently can't order parts right the first time. So got the Maximum Motorsports braided kit that actually all-in-one adapts your SN 92 brake calipers, which is what we have the Cobra brakes, to your Fox body lines. So I got the brake hoses and adapters in one basically. So we're gonna finish that up today, and I got the little hardware kit, which we lost in the fire on Bruised Up, to mount our air dam back on it. So get a little more airflow in. Keep this old girl cool on the drives. So less talking, we're gonna get to work. Finally get this long project wrapped up. All right, brakes are on, hoses are in, nice stainless lines. Got my assistant here today, gonna pump the brakes, help me get these things bled. There we go. So, I haven't even tried the bleeders, so these used calipers, I hope they come out. So, yeah, channel some hopes and wishes and everything, so I don't break one of these off and run into yet another problem.
Made it down to Noah's tonight. I'm back from vacation. I'm in between working on the Dude's Focus and the Fairmont. We had to order some parts from local O'Reilly's. You know how those guys are. You know how they are. Either way, so Noah called me earlier. Hey man, I'm down at GT's. I'm doing some stuff. All right, man. Hopped in the best daily ever. Made it down here. So Noah, where are we at?
We're here. But no, as far as work-wise, so as you guys saw, I got the brakes done. So we got some big beefy brakes on it. This thing's not gonna have any problem stopping.
Now.
Right now, we're currently tackling the turbo drain line. We had this lovely piece of modern art.
Man, that was a great idea.
I did mangle it up taking it out because I was a little upset, but
just
that's about what it was.
It was just, I don't want to say poorly executed, but it was questionably executed.
It's good on paper, execution. We're gonna do it better next time. But
so yeah, so we've got a great idea now, guys. We've got a set of hose in there. We've got like a, what is it, like a neoprene, like
it's
heat
like
wrap?
a silicone-ish. It's like the stuff you find on O2 sensors that sit right by exhaust. So put a nice sleeve on that. It's a nice big 10 AN to let this thing drain so we don't have any feedback or drain back on it. And it's going down to our pan location there that we've had since the car was put together. It does get pretty close to the exhaust. It's not touching right now, but it's, you know, hair length away. I can't even put my fat finger in there.
It's loose.
Yeah.
So I kind of came up with an idea, and y'all know we question when we do things. So between some heat tape we got and an old Busch Light can.
Not so old. It's the fish. It's a spring can.
Either way, sorry Miller Lite. We're at Noah's. You don't let go of my sponsorship yet. So we're gonna take an old beer can, wrap around it, and then seal it up with heat tape, and then that's gonna be able to get us down the road on Rocky Mountain Race Week 2.0.
Yep.
Coming up in September.
Yeah, definitely glad we went on the King of the Road because we made it. Had a little, you know, just a few little bugs. Definitely stuff we wanted to take care of before we actually do the big boy race. So we're taking care of those things now.
Yeah, so those small, you know, regional drag and drives, hit one. Man, if there's one in your area, go do it. Do it as a shakedown. Load up the trailer, the basket, the car, whatever. Go do those, guys. That is the greatest learning tool ever. The small drag and drives will tell you everything you need to know for the big events. You know, your drag week, your Rocky Mountain Race week, your sick week. It's just so good. So we're gonna hack up a Busch Light can, stick it on here so we don't melt the hose in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma. Should I cut out the fish?
You need to keep the logo.
Right. What's gonna get covered with heat tape anyway? Hey, that's
Wasn't
okay.
quite
This
empty.
is my car.
Can't let Beer Money have all the credit on the beer cans.
Right? Man, bring it up here. Lyle, I love that car. Dude, that car is so awesome. Beer Money is one of my favorite cars. I'm a huge 4-ride guy, and you have a bunch of, you know, Miller Lite, Miller High Life stuff on it. Dude, Lyle and Chad, I need one of those shirts. I screwed around, didn't get one. Somebody holler at me. In the meantime, though, we have a Busch Light can. Sorry. We probably should have just dug one in the trash that was dry.
Hindsight's 2020.
Hey, it wouldn't be questionable if we had a dry one though, would it?
No.
All right, so there's our, you know, can't give all the credit, but this is gonna be our heat barrier that we're gonna wrap around that drain line and then put some heat tape around it so we don't burn a hole in the drain line. So, ready? All right, so the beer can heat tape on here, so hopefully we don't melt that hose down. Looks good. In the meantime, while we were down here, we noticed our wastegate was pointed at our intercooler coupler, so we moved it more straight down. So hopefully we don't melt anything down, other than the scoreboard. Yeah.
Yeah, I need another burnt down car.
Yeah, so if you guys have never paid attention, this car has been on fire once. Just once. We're not doing that again. So we got that done, clocked that. I think we still need to do springs and just kind of give a good once over on everything. Making progress, man. I'm ready for September. 3, 2, 1. Dude, I heard grumbling. Got on the phone with the wife.
I don't know if I want to tell you.
How about you show me?
Alright. So, these sick wheels, these 17s, they clear the brakes. Barely. But, reach around to the strut. They're touching.
Put it on the ground. I think if we put it down, tuck up, we'll have that much more room.
I hope so.
I do too. Because I'm guessing at this point.
Oh.
Y'all realize we'd get a lot more done if it wasn't for these stupid cell phones. What do you on Snapchat?
I haven't been on my phone for an hour. I got fans blowing me up. Networking.
Funny, I get right on the camera. It's on his phone. Crazy. So we got the tires on it, got it on the ground, and we are super close. Rubbing the coil spring on these coilovers. So we're gonna look at a option that neither one of us really want to do, but you know, race week. So we've got some aluminum spacers, just 4 drive tires. We're not making power on them. We're not doing poles and crazy stuff.
Well,
Maybe.
These are the front runners.
Maybe we'll figure that out in a little bit, but either way, gonna put spacers on it, see what that does for us, because we are a lot tighter than I want to be. So that's probably even tighter than Noah wants to be. But
Clears the brakes, so that's cool.
Yeah, it does. It actually clears the brakes, but we're pretty close to
I got about a finger width between the caliper and the wheel.
Finger width?
Yeah.
Like this
I got
finger?
big fingers too.
This finger. Probably that finger.
So we're exploring options on what we can do on the Bruised Up Stang for the front wheel situation. I mean, worst case scenario, I've got my Pro Stars off my black car that we can throw on here, get us down the road. But we're looking. Oh no, actually, Noah. So these are the Cobra brakes. My Pro Stars won't fit.
They're 15s.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, back to the drawing board. We'll figure it out. Just a small bump in the road. Totally fine. We'll figure something out. We'll either add some space, take away space. I don't know. Might as well, right? No, we're still good. I mean, we have room. We could run the car as it is, but both of us feel like we need a little more space.
How do the Honda boys do this?
Yeah. Yeah, how do the Honda guys do this? Goofy Shane, let me know how you clear coilovers on your car. That'd be great.
Ooh.
Either way,
Noah is working on stuff.
report back shortly. So, car is back on the ground.
Do have a flat tire. So I think we kind of figured out that we can run the spacer setup. It works, clears. We've got distance between the coilover and the tire, but
gotta run longer studs. We do not feel confident with the studs on the car right now. And that's because they're stock studs.
Yep. So what, like 2 inches long?
Yeah.
We're gonna get some 3-inchers.
Yeah, so we'll put 3-inch studs on it. Give us more than enough room. We can make passes and drive down the road.
Yeah.
But you need to order those.
I need to order those.
Yeah.
I'll remember when I edit the video here in like a week.
Then I will probably have to smack them out of place so we can get it done.
We got press.
Either way, but you can pull spindle out. Oh, apparently he's pulling spindle. I don't know. I was just gonna smack it with a hammer.
Yeah, BFH.
BFH. So either way, guys, we've got Bruised Up Stang back on the ground. Everything looks decent right now. But we're gonna replace the studs, put a longer stud in it, run the wheel spacers for the time being, unless we find a different set of wheels with a better off space. It's probably not gonna happen though. No, but
we did some stuff tonight. Got the drain line fixed, got the car on the ground.
Trans brake, all the buttons are all wired back in.
Yeah, so you did that while I was on vacation.
Yeah, if you guys watched the last episode from KOTR, I had to cut all those buttons out so I can get my trans brake to work, and it wasn't working, so.
But we did foot brake it to 1106.
Sure did. Fastest pass in the car.
So now that Noah got the trans brake button or wiring, we don't really know yet. We're going 10s.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on the keyboard and give a few more click clacks.
You want to show them the last thing we added to the list too? Sitting on the trunk.
Oh, talking about the stickers?
Well, that's next on the list.
So
This.
we've got stickers.
We just
Go
we just can't decide on prices for the stickers. We don't know how cheap you guys are. We've got 2 smaller ones. We've got one the size of a dollar bill. We got ones a little larger than a dollar bill, and then we've got the
Big guys. So if you guys really want to support us, buy one of these.
they're $10. We will have them out at events. PM the page if you want one of those or the smaller ones. We'll figure it out. We'll mail them to you. Doesn't matter. But what Noah's talking about, cheap sales pitch is what I was doing. Help us out, guys. We're broke. We need money. We spent way too much on stickers. Thanks, Brett. Appreciate it.
So, in the meantime, we picked up a Derail transmission cooler with the fan that we're going to mount somewhere underneath there. We're hoping
that that's going to take care of the trans brake transmission issue.
Yeah.
Noah seems to think the train's getting hot, not locking the brake. I don't know. I've never messed with 4L80s.
That's the only thing I can think of as to why it stopped in the middle of our drive when it was at the hottest, and magically started working the next morning when it was cooled off.
Yeah.
Best theory we got. I haven't taken the pan off to take a look at any of that. It's a whole other ordeal.
We really don't know. We're just guessing.
Yeah.
But either
Extra
way,
cooling's never a bad thing.
yeah, extra train cooling is not a bad thing. So we're gonna mount that underneath the car, probably later this week. But yeah, so we'll have extra train cooling. 4L80 will be happier than it was on King of the Open Road. So in September we should be golden.
We'll see.
Right? Yeah, so we got to figure out
where to mount this big bastard, though.
No, it's definitely going to go right here.
Yeah. Might be a little high, though. You don't want to cover up motion. I mean,
Right in the
Doug...
middle? Who needs to look in the rearview mirror?
Nah, man, you don't need that. Doug might be mad if we cover the motion sticker, though.
Actually, Doug, are you subscribed to this channel? If not, you should be.
Send me a bigger sticker.
Yes, Doug, we need some stickers, man. I'll pay shipping. Just give me the sticker. Actually, Doug, I need one of the banners. I don't sponsor me or anything like that. I don't want to be that guy, but half price on a banner, dude. We'll hang it wherever the hell you want. You tell me where you want it, and we'll put it up. Dude, I mean, we joke a lot, but for real, man, Motion Raceworks, great guys. I love everybody that works in Motion. Doug is super cool, takes care of so many customers, and just a genuine guy.
We probably got half the Fox Body catalog in between our two cars.
Yeah, we actually have a lot of Motion stuff. So, point you out, Doug. Just go ahead and give me a high five next time I see you. You edit all this stuff later. You can cut me out, but whatever. So, no, we're talking about Motion Raceworks, man. Great guys. I can tell you my favorite, most cold snack we ever had.
Yeah?
Was given to me by Doug Cook.
You talking about when we rolled into Topeka back in 2020?
2020, man. I got my motor a little spicy. Had to replace it in the pits in Tulsa. Made it to Heartland Park, Topeka, out in Kansas. Nobody knew that we showed up. Made a pass. Set it over the intercom, whatever. Parked the car. Went over and talked to Doug. He goes, "Holy crap, you guys earned that." Hand us a nice, super cold snack. And that was probably my top 5 favorite cold drink I've ever had. So that was awesome. That actually means a lot to me. Probably Noah. He met Jackson and Jimmy that night.
It was just nice to have a drink after that day.
Either way, guys, that was awesome, man. Motion Raceworks, guys. Buy their stuff. Awesome guys. I think we're done, aren't we?
I hope so. It's bedtime.
Yeah. I gotta go pick up my kids.
Seems like we always end at bedtime.
Yeah. Well, you're a baby and you sleep before I do. He's questioning, tell me I'm wrong.
No, I'm just trying not to yawn.
All right, fair enough. All right, so this is going to be the, end of whatever episode Noah tries to edit. Getting out of here, guys. We'll see you next time. Or soon. Or later. Might be continuous. I don't know. Either way, we're still working on our cars. Rocky Mountain Race Week, September. We'll be there.